This episode is brought to you by Pt.1 Rum. Guys, we're going to break some YouTube rules. It's been a long day. There's no hook. I'm just going to start up a new segment. We're going to call it Late Night Crypto and Rum. That should be a great combination. But let's have some fun here. I want to especially thank Jordan Lindsay, Conquer Trading and Investing, for the shout outs today on the YouTube channel. Appreciate it very much. So I thought we'd start this episode with just a little introduction about myself. That's me and the little guy taking our fall pictures here. I call him Crypto Riker. So here's Baby Riker examining our servers and some of our crypto mining rigs, making sure they're all set up properly. And here's Crypto Riker's website. We operate some GPU mining rigs, a Bitcoin full node, Lightning processing node, Cardano staking pool, Ethereum staking pool. Kind of his education fund. I'm hoping that we can at least make a little bit of money on some of these nodes and put that money into his future school fund. All right, so since we got that shout out from Jordan today, what I kind of wanted to start this episode, if you can call it that, with is a quick review. I'll call this maybe my part one of my CTM review. Hold on, taking a sip of rum here. That's a pretty good rum. By the way, that you can get that at Specs if you're in the States. It's I think it's only like $35, maybe $45 a bottle. It's pretty good. I didn't want to open a really expensive one tonight. I just wanted something decent for sipping. And I drink my sipping rum neat. But anyway, so I wanted to do a quick review of Conquer Trading and Investing in Jordan's course and his style, and to give you guys some feedback. If you're not enrolled in the course, maybe give you some reasons why you should look at enrolling in the course. So let me start with a little bit of a background story here. So I started watching Jordan's YouTube channel, at the height of the sell-off this spring. I did pretty well shorting the market, and then I was one of the dummies that kept trying to short the market after the Fed lit up them printers. And I remember Jordan specifically saying in a video, "Do not short the market." I'm thinking, well, I am short the market, so let me just shave a little bit here and see what this guy has to say, because he had been pretty accurate the last few days. And he was right the next day, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting out of this. I'm just gonna keep an eye on what he's saying here. There was also, I was listening to another guy, I'll give him credit, Bob Kindle too at the time, was also saying the market was probably going to keep going up. But Jordan was like way more accurate as far as his precision. And so there was a day, I remember in the live stream, I started attending the live streams regularly, trying to chat and be active on there. And there was a day that Jordan, it just looked like everything was set up. I think we had gapped down. The market was totally set up to just collapse, and I thought for sure it was going to collapse. And I opened, I think, another short position. And Jordan said, "Nope, the market structure is still bullish. It's still going to go up." And I said, "If the market goes up after this, I'm going to enroll in your course, because there's no, I don't know how you possibly could know that this is going to go up. It doesn't make any sense to me for everything I knew, right? All my intuition." And well, sure enough, I think it did go down for a day or two, but then it recovered and it started to come back up. And so I closed my position, I think right at break even, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start listening to this guy, and I'm going to quit fooling around with losing money trying to short this market a second time around. And so Jordan ended up saving me a lot of money, because I got out of the shorting game way long time ago and joined the course and started learning a lot of really good skills. So I guess I probably owe Jordan a nice bottle of rum for sure. Let me tell you what I think of the CTM methodology. I've tried all kinds of different trading strategies. When I very first started, I listened to kind of the Buffett style fundamental value investing, and I listened to a couple of podcasts and things, and I really started out buying kind of value stocks, and I got big in energy, and then I kind of learned that having a macro thesis, while you may be right, it takes years for that thesis to play out. And I got sick of being in the red for years waiting for my thesis to play out, while I was trying to trade against the trend because I was trying to pick the bottom, and that's kind of what value investors are really honestly trying to do. They're trying to almost pick the bottom of things, and we were all kind of trying to pick the bottom, knowing that we'd be down for a while, and it's really not fun watching your account be red for a very long period of time. And then I started learning more about trading and learning more about how the market actually works, structure of the market, and I started actually being more proactive with swing trading, and I started doing better. I recovered a good bit of my losses after learning how to swing trade, but I still wasn't, I was basically treading water. And then I tried day trading. I was like, all right, you know what? Forget all this. I'm going to go pure technical, go day trading. And I did okay day trading, honestly. I really stuck to some really good rules. I had my bad days and I had my good days, but I really was just treading water. And I was doing a lot of VWAP breakout trading, and I would overtrade, and I would revenge trade, and I would do all the things you're not supposed to do. I especially would get too aggressive and take too large of positions and all kinds of things like that. And so I did break even day trading. I think I am technically a profitable day trader, but it required me to stare at my computer and just be glued to it from market open, or really an hour before market open, to at least early afternoon. I didn't feel comfortable walking away. The way that I did my style of trading was more VWAP breakouts, and sometimes they took midday or even the afternoon to really develop. So it just was staring at the computer for hours and hours and hours, being totally fixated on some charts, and I could not do that anymore. So enter CTM. Now, I had done swing trading prior, but the difference with the CTM methodology of swing trading is it's still very precise. It's not using SMAs or RSIs or some other indicator that is still fairly loosely defined, and you don't really know the ranges very well that you're buying in. And then I started learning about support, resistance, and trend lines and things like that before I ever found Jordan, and those really helped me out a lot, honestly. That's when I started to actually be somewhat profitable, is when I quit messing around with these silly indicators and looked at price alone. But I was looking at all kinds of different time. I didn't know what time frames to look at. I didn't really understand when, confirmation, what was a good confirmation, what was not a good confirmation. There was just so many different variables that I didn't understand. So when I joined Jordan's course, the main things I've learned, and you're going to learn a lot of these things just watching the live stream, but you're going to get a very structured and specific set of criteria to learn in the course. But I learned the longer time frames. And I used to be between that, so I used to try to swing trade daily, and then I tried everything down to 5 minutes and 12 minutes and 1 hour and 4. 8 hours and 12 hours are where it's at, guys. 8 hours for everything but crypto. Crypto's a little bit noisy. I think at 8 hours, 12 hours seems to be really good. I like trading crypto in 12 hours right now. Maybe when the market matures a little bit more, 8 hours would be better. But it's so much less stressful. I can work a full-time job. I can work on my charts in the evenings for a couple of hours, and it's just a lot less stress to implement this system. I can set my orders before I go to bed. I can do all these things early in the morning. I do it early in the morning. I get up early in the morning during the London session. I take a look at the setups I had the night before. I set my orders, and I go about my day. I don't have to really worry about it too much. It's awesome. And there's so many other things that you learn when you actually start to learn to trade profitably. You really learn the trend is your friend. Like, I used to try to pick bottoms being a value invest. That is a horrible idea, guys. But, trade with the trend. Jordan teaches you how to properly identify the trend. Now, you can say the trend is your friend all day long, but people don't understand. It's weird. You would think, a 5-year-old could tell you if it's going up or going down, but they get overcomplicate what the heck a trend is. Risk management. Like, it's one thing to say that you need to have good risk management. It's another thing to describe exactly what that means and exactly how to do it, which the course does. And then confirmation. This is something that's kind of nebulous. It's super critical as far as I'm concerned. You have to have confirmation for all of your trades. And there's a bunch of different ways to gain confirmation. If you watch Heath's video, he is awesome about how he does some of his stuff, right? And he's watching certain things with the market structure, and he's got confirmation signals. but they can be, they're a little bit more advanced. I'm just going to say a little bit more advanced, right? And Heath is an advanced trader, so he knows what he's doing. What Jordan teaches is a super simple and one of the most rock solid confirmation signals that you can wait for. And that's what this retest, breakout retest resumption. That's a form of a confirmation signal, and it's like the best, one of the best, most solid confirmation signals you can get. And the specifics around how to implement that you'll learn in the course. But you add those things together, it makes for a very low risk, low stress, profitable, and easy to implement strategy. And so this is what's so great about it for beginners. Now, having watched several of Heath's videos, there's a lot of things that I maybe will start to implement to some degree, and especially watching for around market structure in addition to. But frankly, I don't know why I didn't think to have an image like this up. It is so much easier to understand how to watch the market for the waves that are coming in and to ride those waves. I mean, look how much better this looks than, let me go find another image, hold on, than this. I mean, this is what implementing most other trading strategies looks like. It is stressful, confusing. It's so difficult. Man, this is where I want to be. I want to find those waves and I want to ride those waves. And that's what Jordan is teaching us all to do. And it's just so nice. It's so refreshing to find this type of system. All right, let's take a quick look at the charts just for the day here. And I think I'm going to do a video very soon on Ethereum 2.0. I've had several questions about Ethereum 2.0, or there's been several questions anyway on our CTM or Telegram group. So I think I'm going to do a video on that pretty soon, trying to describe that and what's going on, what steps, where we're at, how long it's going to take, the risks, things like that. Our ETH BTC chart, I've taken a couple of trades on this. It kind of went against us here, and Bitcoin started a little bit of a fluctuation there a little bit ago, but this little breakout of this wedge here looked pretty good. I've got, I think, 2 stop losses on 2 different trades, and I'm just going to leave them just like that. I'm not going to, I think I'm just going to leave them the way they are for now. Bitcoin, it's just looking really solid. I'm probably going to end up eating a lot of crow for saying that, I don't know that it's going to blast through and take off. Who knows what's going to happen? I really don't know. I heard another trader somewhere. I heard an interview. Somebody was saying that Bitcoin's in no man's land, and I mean it's really, it's kind of how I feel about it. If you're actively trading, like, this is a coin toss as to which way it's going to go, in my opinion. Link looks like it's trying to break down a little bit here versus Bitcoin, but that's because Bitcoin had this little bitty fluctuation and everything else is freaking out. It won't be long until money starts flowing into these altcoins, though, I'm pretty sure. I did pick up a little bit of Algorand on this breakout here, breakout retest resumption. I think I took a small position somewhere right about here. Yep, right. You probably don't see my line right there. I took a position right about there. And Algorand, ADA's churning along. These are my handful of USD charts. Let's ignore those. Oh, I did this wedge on EOS is really tightening up here. I'm watching this one pretty close. I'm actually going to make that blue. Let's move him to the top up here. Dot started to break out and it's fading again, so I'm going to move him back down and mark him back to yellow. Let's keep an eye on it. Zalika is looking really strong here, relatively speaking. Oh, maybe a cup and handle. What do y'all think about that? I don't know. Maybe we're going to get a cup and a handle here. I'll have to look at that. I'm going to move Zalika up here. It's got a lot of potential. The only problem I have with their project is they were the first out the gate with sharding, and then they're hanging their hat on sharding, which I don't know that alone is going to be enough to really differentiate a project. Okay, with dots fading, XMR is still looking kind of rough. Binance Coin, we're not really trading that one. Atom, Cosmos, I've been watching this. I think this might pop. It's all these DeFi names. I think this whole cycle is going to be very DeFi centric, kind of like the ICO was the thing of the last cycle. I'm pretty sure DeFi. One of Heath's OXT, it's, you know, let's keep an eye on it. This thing was gonna pop a little bit. OXT's that VPN play, interesting. Stellar. Oh, I've been watching Stellar. I've been trying to learn a little bit more about Stellar, what they're working on. Basically, I don't know if y'all know this. Stellar is a fork of Ripple. Ave is breaking out here. I had a complete like brain meltdown the other day when I was doing a video. I brought up Ave. So Ave is a decentralized. It's like a lending platform, and it used to be called Lend, and that's what was causing my brain to melt down. So yeah, but this project is a really interesting project to watch, and the chart's, you know, looking kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to do some more work on that chart. I'm not seeing anything particular I like at this moment in time. Didn't have the same kind of wedge breakout potential. This is that decentralized exchange 0x. I threw Litecoin on here. I won't trade it. I will not touch this with a 10-foot pole. No, I mean I shouldn't. I don't think Litecoin has. It's kind of like Litecoin, Dash, and several of these other, you know, lightweight current. I think when you get like with what wrapped Bitcoin, I was talking about this before they actually called it wrapped Bitcoin, but the ERC20 token style, it's being able to tokenize Bitcoin on a faster platform. I think that's going to be the answer that people are going to end up using. I don't think that these other potential coins are going to be used all that much, honestly. And then Tezos is kind of hanging out. Oh, we got. I don't know. Tezos is kind of forming a bit of a. It's doing a wedge here, so I'll keep an eye on that. Let's move Tezos up. Let's move Tezos up. Tezos is another platform, potential Ethereum competitor type platform. They were one of the first ones to do staking. They call it baking. You know, it's a decent project. I definitely think ADA's got more going for it. Cardano ADA, but and that's pretty much the main things I was going to look at today. Bitcoin, I mean, like I said, I don't know where it's going to go. Nobody does, I don't think. Well, guys, I've been rambling long enough. Time for me to hush. Good night. Thank you all for subscribing. I'm going to add here at the end of the video, if you're still listening somehow, you're a saint. I wouldn't be listening to myself. I've got a Sony camera that's pretty nice. I try to do a little intro video for my channel, welcome to the channel type thing with me and Riker earlier, but with my lighting and trying to use my cell phone, it was just not very good at all. So I'm going to set up my camera on a tripod and get a decent welcome to the channel video here soon. So I'll be uploading that hopefully, maybe over this weekend. I'll probably work on that. So anyway, everybody take care. Thank you so much for the support. I do want to reiterate here, I need to be mindful of saying this more. I am not some type of uber expert. My background is in technology. I like trading. I've been doing my own investments for, going on 10 years now. And I've done, trading actively for 5-6 years of that. And I've done technology, for going on 20 years now. So data networking mostly. So I think hopefully I can add some value in just trying to bring together the intersection of investing with these cryptocurrencies and a little bit of knowledge I can share on cryptocurrencies and what they're doing, just because I have a technology background. But I'm not some type of uber expert. So if as you watch my videos, please do not go off and just think that I've got it all figured out and do exactly like if I'm leaning into something, do your own research, please. This is not financial advice. This is purely just education, me trying to share, see if there's any little nuggets of information you guys can dig out of what I'm saying as I try to talk the intersection of finance, trading, and technology. So anyway, again, thank you all so much for all the comments and interaction. Anything you guys want to talk about, please let me know in the comments. It'll be great for me to have some ideas as to what to talk about next. Take care.